And welcome back to Lucidus Training Day. So we will continue with Trilux presentation and with some more issues that they can show us. So please, the floor is yours. You can continue.
Thank you. After a break, we would like to tell you something more about LifeLink Premium. The most important thing about LifeLink Premium is the flexibility of this system. We can attach a lot of different kind of sensors. We can attach a lot of different other systems inside our system, or we can connect each other to work together. Yeah, as I told before, we can add LifeLink Premium system to the BMS system, which controlling whole buildings, or we can add into the system almost every DALI2 sensor, for example, or even create some extra type of sensors like magnetic loop, like laser waves to discover the movement, for example. And because of many possibilities, it's really good opportunity to think different if we are talking about the projects. We can present some other type of projects. We can create some scenes, and we can create also almost luminaires and projects and lighting, like in theater, for example, as what we saw before. Yeah, the first thing which we always heard from lots of logistic or production facilities is that it's in gray. The light is always on, even in areas that are not used. Yeah, this is the first thing which we have to improve using lighting control system. Yeah. This is the first place where we can find a lot of energy savings, a lot of cost savings of working system. LifeLink Premium, because it's our top system, can combine all functionalities which are possible to do with lighting, and even something more. Yeah, human-centric lighting, connectivity. Of course, energy saving, which is the first thing which we are talking about related to the LifeLink. The system topology is really simple, and this is also the answer for the question from the previous part. Yeah, normally the head of whole system is LifeLink server, which for smaller, I mean, up to 2,000 DALI participants, it's a server like this. Yeah, this is a factory type PC where we put inside, I can show you also, of course, where it's put inside our LifeLink Premium system. And rest, Ethernet topology is between Ethernet switch, so it's a standard LAN wiring, to the DALI gateways. DALI gateways are devices which communicates between servers, which is the head of a system, to the luminaires. And because luminaires have to be controlled by DALI2 communication, this is somehow like translation between LAN connection and DALI connection. Also, the possibility to connect to the BMS interface, to the Wi-Fi routers, where we can share the wireless network to control all system, and connect to the LifeLink cloud system, which I explain later. Okay, this is, I think, your part.
We prepared some LifeLink Premium project, and now we would like to share with you the best way of preparing of this project, in our opinion. The first of all, the most important is the audit. You know what exactly it's audit, but during the audit, we should receive the most information as is possible from our customer about required functionality of this light management system. Based on this, our next step will be easier to prepare complex solution for this project. Later, we going to the system designing, and we have 7 steps which to finish whole designing of the light management system. The first, as I said, is understanding of the customer needs and requirements. The next is light and sensor design. When we know what our customer wants and how he or she imagine the final solution, we can start prepare the lighting and sensor design if it's required. Later, we combine luminaires and sensor on DALI lines. Our light management system is based on DALI technology. And when we're preparing our solution, we have to remember about DALI limitation. So if we know what our customer wants, if we know if they need sensor, we finish lighting, we finish part connected with sensor arrangement. We combine luminaires and sensor on DALI lines. And as I said before, DALI have a limitation. First of all, we have to remember about the distance in Ethernet cabling, that it is maximum 100 meters. The second option is using fiber optic. When we want to give our customer light management system, we have to remember that luminaire have to be prepared for this, and we need to have luminaires with a DALI driver, of course, and all our luminaires have to be connected by DALI wiring. And in one DALI line, we can have 64 DALI addresses. And what is very important to remember that some luminaires have from 1 to 4 addresses, and it could be the same with the sensor. When we combine everything together, we have to check how many DALI addresses have our one product which we are using. When we know what our customer wants, we prepare the project, we combine everything with DALI lines. Next step is define quantity of the components and find the location of the cabinets. We have to know how many gateways we need and where we can put our gateways, of course. We can propose the place, and if we know from the customer where we can put these gateways, it's easier for us. And we can reduce the next step with verification. And the last part of preparing the technical project of light management system is preparing a diagram of the LifeLink premium configuration. And what you see on this slide is exactly what you can see on this table, on what my colleagues said. There is a server, supply server, gateway, Ethernet switch, and power supply switch. And of course, quantity of the component, which I said before, it depends on the scale of the project. Preparing the project, we have to remember about all these components, and after this, to sum up on our diagram, which we can see on this part. This is the whole view for light management system project, of course, on a diagram. What we can see later on our reference project, but this is technical side of a view of this part. And when we go with the all 7 steps, we are sure that this project will be well prepared.
Yeah, and this is also good place to again answer the question about extension of a system. Yeah, for example, here is the first part of system, and later we have another building, or we have another part of a building. We can really simply, really easy extend system to with another cabinet. We can imagine also another cabinet. Yeah, only the limitation is, of course, in the hardware. If we are talking about the smaller projects up to 2000 luminaires, we can use a server I showed you before. But if we need more than 2000, the only thing to change is, for example, the power of server. Yeah, so we can change the small server to the bigger one, copy everything from the previous project or the previous part of a project, and we can extend it for another part. The monitoring system. Yeah, we heard before in a previous presentation a lot about monitoring systems. We also have some topic regarding to this. Sometimes we use this system without any cloud connection. Yeah, it can be a standalone system working only locally without sending any data outside the building, outside the system. Yeah, it's the easiest type of system. If we connect this system to the internet and we combine it with our cloud services, we have a lot of new functionality, which I would like to show in the next slides. Yeah, something called heat mapping. Every sensor sends information about moving detection, the presence detection below him. We can imagine that in a rows, for example, in a logistic area, in the alleys, we can, after some time, see that there is no movement in some area, but this area is really close to the parking area. So we can make some changes in storage to improve whole process as a facility manager, for example. If something goes wrong with system, with luminaires, also we can receive in a dashboard some messages, or also we can reach those messages to the email. And it's also really important. If we know that one luminaire is broken, for example, and this luminaire was one luminaire in a room, and this luminaire is broken, it's really important information. But this is if it's one luminaire in a big hall where it's 500 luminaires, we can plan some technical changes later in the future and combine it with other possible problems. Also, we can generate some kind of reports. As a facility manager, it's a really good way to operate, to manage whole facility, to have some kind of reports, to check every week, every month, if everything is okay or something goes wrong. We can control our system not only from the area. Yeah, if we have connection to the internet, we can we can control a system. Yeah, even from here, I can control system in Warsaw, for example. Yeah, it's not a problem to call predefined scenes from other places, which is also used by the director of this retail automotive center to change scenes during a night, for example. We can also make some schedules. We can create some calendars, almost like in Outlook, which we know. there are some schedules of work, but we have also the holidays during a week. And we can automatize whole schedules. And for example, if we have holiday on Wednesday, we can delete a Wednesday as a production day. We can do it like a Sunday, like not working day. Yeah, it's not a problem to combine it. This is an overall view of cloud, of a dashboard, when we have example of 2 different projects. So also it's a solution for if we have one facility manager for different facilities. Yeah, it's also a good way to show him, to give him that possibility to check from his office all areas. Yeah, even we can check one luminaire from the EDC is our logistics center in Germany. This is a one luminaire in exact place, and we can check if everything is okay, if temperature of DALI driver is okay, what's the dimming level, what's the power usage, what's the operating time. If we know operating time, we can plan the maintenance schedules because they are cheaper than the maintenance day by day, for example. Yeah, and at the end, the cloud connectivity gives us a lot of functions. We can combine, of course, human-centric lighting, monitoring. We have a good way to show information from cloud. We can plan some processes. We can check if every luminaire is working properly. We can integrate every lighting system to the BMS, for example, server. And all those functions can be used if we are connected to the cloud.
Okay, so thank you for your presentation. And the questions now are there. Okay, there is a question. I see the hand. Can you please pass the microphone to Carlos? Thomas, please wake up.
Yes, hello. I have a question. Could you please name 2 to 3 main selling points of your lighting management system compared to other lighting management systems, please?
Yeah, the first thing was the flexibility of the system. We can, because LiveLink system is our own product and we create whole software, we can, for example, integrate some other sensors which are not typical lighting sensors. Yeah, like magnetic loops, for example, in a warehouse when the when the car is stopped in a special packing area, the magnetic loops detect the car and increase the lighting level to the 300 luxes as a packing area. Normally it's 150, for example, because it's standard warehouse. Yeah, something like this. This is the first thing. The second thing, the cloud connectivities. It can give us much more functionality if we are compared to the standalone systems. And the third thing, the extensions are really, really easy to make. Yeah, if we are talking about first phase, we don't have to be afraid about another steps. Yeah, we know that, okay, of course, there are some hardware limits for some devices. Yeah, but we can exchange some parts and we can extend it to other phases. Yeah, we can combine some different areas. Even if we have a big production area, and it's not a one big hall, yeah, with one infrastructure. We have to combine different buildings. It's also a possibility. Yeah, it's because it's communication between parts are based on LAN settings, a LAN network. We can change the standard wires to the fiber optics and reach longer distances. Yeah, from my point of view, it's really, really important.
Great, thank you for your answer. Any more questions from the audience? Oh, there is one more. Yeah, please.
Can on-off luminaires be integrated in LiveLink system?
Yes, yes. It's quite easy to integrate it. Yeah, if you have, I can give you an example from my everyday work. Yeah, we have a big area, sales area, for example, in shop, where it's really important to dim luminaires during a day because there is a lot of windows, etc. Yeah, to save energy, save costs, it's really important to dim luminaires. But in, for example, warehouse, there is no windows. Yeah, so DALI luminaires is not needed there. We can put their standard luminaires and combine to our system something called DALI relays. Yeah, so it's like electrical devices which are operated by DALI. Yeah, we can program it into our system and control other, for example, outdoor area, yeah, or outdoor luminaires where the trucks are loaded, yeah, for example.
Sensors as well? On-off sensors?
Once again?
Sensors on-off as well can be integrated?
On-off sensors?
No, just movement sensors, because is it DALI V2?
Yeah, normally it's DALI 2 communication, to have all informations what we need. Yeah, it's the easiest thing is to using a DALI 2 communication. On-off sensors doesn't have it. But we can also combine, create some connections using external devices to get an information from on-off sensor and translate it to DALI system and use it in a DALI system.
But
so it's possible at the end.
But DALI sensors can be integrated.
Of course, DALI 2 sensors is not a problem.
Okay. Any more questions from the audience? Yes, there is a question. Please pass the microphone.
Can you access the LiveLink system remotely? Let's say the operator that's operating the area doesn't have to come to the building or the site. He can just do it from his office. Let's say.
Yeah, this is what I showed you. I can go back a few slides. Give me a sec. Yeah, here. Here is example of predefined scenes. During a commissioning, if we know that customer wants to control system from his house or from his home office, yeah, somewhere else, we can prepare for them special scenes. Like here is example, yeah, 100% scenes, so everything is on, some automatic, some night lighting, etc. And if he click here in a website, the luminaires whole system in a facility will change to this scene, and it works.
But I think that this, maybe you understood, but basically it works something like this. I click on my phone, something switches on. I click once more, something switches off. Maybe you saw that something switched on or off.
Behind.
So this is how it works. Just click on your phone. That's it.
Phone can be connected directly to the system. Yeah, because if system is here and we are here, we can connect directly to the system. But if we are on a parking area, we don't have connection to the Wi-Fi here, for example. So we have to connect to the cloud. Cloud is connected to the system, and via cloud we can control system. We can change scenes like, turn on or off luminaires, turn off some parts of production area, etc.
And also troubleshooting as well, I presume.
Troubleshooting, I mean, you know what happened, yeah? You know what happened. Of course, if luminaire is broken, you have to go there and replace, yeah? It's easy.
But at least you have some indications on what could be broken, because if the LED module is broken or the driver or something, you have different alarms. Any more questions? So if not, then a round of applause for the presentation.